post-workout video. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try to keep this short. I know, it's funny, right? Keep this short. Intentions. I wanted to talk about intentions. It kind of goes along with faking it till you make it kind of concept that I was discussing before, but we can go through the motions that look like they're the right thing to get to a result that we want. Okay, so say like you have a certain thing going on, but you want to achieve a certain goal, and you're like, okay, how do I make those two things meet? And you come up with some actions that you can do that can help get you to that, from A to B. But here's a very important thing, and you should go check out Stacey Boehman. She describes this a lot. It's also something that I've learned in cognitive behavioral therapy in a slightly different mode. But the thing that determines whether our actions actually get us the results we're driving for is the thoughts and feelings we carry with that. And those come from our intentions. Our intentions feed our thoughts and our feelings. And let me give you real world scenarios for this. I used to work at a gym. It was a really fun gym. We had all sorts of different kinds of punching bags. It was HIIT training, high intensity interval training. It was a kick-ass 30-minute workout, loud music blaring, you're beating stuff up, you're just feeling like a badass. It was great, okay? And I worked there for a very long time. Well, I worked there for like 2 years. It was one of my favoriteest jobs. And when members would come in, they were all my favorites. Everybody was my favorite for whatever reason. And I was genuinely concerned for everybody that came in. I wanted to make sure that they had a great workout that matched them. Like, some people had vertigo. Some people were like super freaking fit, and like the workout maybe wasn't enough for them. Like, they needed more. So I had to give them something extra. And if they called me a bitch or something, I knew, or an asshole, I knew that I was doing my job, because that is a compliment. That's like burping for the chef, to have the trainer, to call the trainer a bad name, because they're challenging you, and it's, if you know, you know. It's like people think it's mean to call your husky an asshole, but when you're a husky owner, that's just what you do, and it's affectionate, actually. Anyways, so I'm sharing that because I always wanted to make sure that everybody was having their best workout and their best results, because I wanted them to enjoy exercise as much as I do. And we all have different types of exercise. So like kickboxing isn't for everybody, but for the people that came in, they loved it. And I wanted to make sure that they continue to love it. Anyways, we had a comic book store next to us. And one time, one of the guys that came in all the time there, I actually don't know if I ever met him, but he had a girlfriend that would accompany with him pretty often, and she would see our gym, and it seemed really fun, because it was, and we always had fun music blaring from there, and everybody was always happy when they left. And so she came in, we had a free 30-minute workout that you could try, and so we would have her, she came in finally, she was very shy, and she was a bit of an overshare. Like, she had a lot of stuff going on, and she needed an outlet, and she needed to get healthier, and she wanted to get a better mindset. And I am all for all of the above. And I was like, let's do this. So I gave her a really amazing, fun first time workout, made sure I had it, tailored down for her. And she signed up right then and there, and she paid for it for her first month. And when she left, shortly after she left, or as she was leaving, the gym owner came in, and I'm all excited. I'm all bubbling, because like we got this new member, and like this is the beginning of a different stage in her life, and I'm just stoked, right? And I'm like, I am a little worried she's not going to come back. She seemed really unsure of herself, and I know if I can just get her to come back a few more times, like, she'll fall in love, and she'll be working on herself more. Do you see where my heart and my intentions and my thoughts and my feelings were on the gym membership? Well, his response was, well, even if she doesn't come back, at least we got her money. Yeah. In fact, a lot of the times he didn't even know anybody in the gym. I mean, we had people that had been coming in for like a very long time, and he'd come up to me and be like, what's their name? Or he would literally call them by the wrong names. He didn't know anybody. He didn't know anything about them. And I understand, like, okay, yeah, sure, you're the owner, but it was pretty much a startup. So, like, typically in a startup, you're hands-on a lot. And it just blew me away because that was one of the major misalignments that we had. Because for me, yes, we need to, everybody needs to earn a living in order to live, because everything costs money. You got to pay for, you know, the roof over your head. You've got to pay for the water coming through your pipes. You got to pay for the electricity that's lighting your lights and all the things. But if you're only doing it for that, to just make the money, and you're in a service business, you're not going to see the results you're looking for, because people can feel that. People can inertly, is that the right word, sense it, because we're still animals. You know, we're still part of the animal kingdom, and we pick up on that vibe or feeling from the person, whether they're really genuinely give a shit about you or if they don't, and if they're just looking at you as a dollar sign, or they need a certain number of whatever. And so if you're not seeing the full results of what you're wanting to get, or you're seeing skewed results from what you were aiming for, before you start changing a lot of your actions or whatever, try reverse engineering back to what thoughts and feelings are driving. What are your intentions? And are your thoughts and feelings and actions aligning up with the intention that you have for your goal? Because that's bigger than just earning a certain dollar amount a year or whatever. And you can apply that to more than just business. What are your intentions when you start a workout? Are your intentions to just, you know, it's been a rough week and you're just trying to make it through a damn workout, or are you trying to beat your best thing because you know you got something coming up and you want to like make sure that you're at your tip top performance for that moment? What is your intention? Because that will help so much. And in the long run too, like as you're starting to see the results and your intention is, you have your intentions aligned with your thoughts and your feelings and what results you really want, and your results are occurring, that feeds back in and it creates a positive loop. And it's so much better to have an upward spiral than a downward, whatever. So if you have any questions about that, or how to get your mind into that mode, hit me up, because that is what I do as a life coach. I help you figure that shit out. It's finally like dawned on me really what it all is. It's 3 simple, very simple steps that I tailor to whoever I'm working with, because everybody's unique. But the first thing we need to do is calm your shit. A lot of times we're so worked up that we can't see everything clearly. We need to get unload some stuff and be able to get more centered and grounded. So calm your shit. Then we get off that hamster wheel of what the fuck, and that is where we keep putting in all the energy and we keep seeing the same results and we keep seeing the same results. We work on getting off that wheel and figuring out where you actually want to go, and getting rid of all the old stories and rules and beliefs that have been keeping you in that wheel. Because you may have tried numerous different things. You could have tried numerous different jobs, numerous different self-employment, or you think you've dated a whole bunch of different kind of people, but there really is something that underlying has some kind of connecting factor, something that you're still holding on to. So we figure that out, get you off the wheel. And then once we got you off that wheel, and now you're in a whole new world, and we have to explore that, then we work on unleashing your badass. So, and we do this by just chatting on the phone. It's mind-blowing how just 1 hour a week of centering on yourself can truly help you live a much happier, joyful, in-flow life. So hit me up. Talk to you later.